Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Suzanne. Today, we are going to read a book called Something from Nothing. This looks interesting. I do believe we read this book earlier in the school year. Does anybody remember hearing this story? If you remember it and you liked it, put your hand on your head. If you don't remember it, put your hand on your nose. If you don't remember it, that's okay. This is the front cover of our book. This is the back cover. This is the spine. Can you say spine? And the name of the book is Something from Nothing. It's the title. And it's by Phoebe Gilman. Phoebe Gilman is the author. And I will be reading this book with permission from Scholastic Children's Books. And while I'm reading this book, I have some special words that we're going to look at. Okay? So let's start. Something from nothing. When Joseph was a baby, his grandfather made him a wonderful blanket. A blanket. To keep him nice and warm and cozy and to chase away the bad dreams. But as Joseph grew older, the wonderful blanket grew older too. One day, his mother said to him, "Joseph, look at your blanket. It's frazzled, it's worn, it's unsightly, it's torn. It's time to throw it out." Do you guys remember this story? We read about it? "Grandpa can fix it," Joseph said. Joseph's grandfather took the blanket and turned it around and around and around and around and around. He said as his scissors went snip, 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 and his needle flew in and out and in and out. "There's just enough material here to make a wonderful jacket." Joseph put on the wonderful jacket and went outside to play. But as Joseph grew older, the wonderful jacket grew older too. One day his mother said to him, "Joseph, look at your jacket. It's shrunken and small, doesn't fit you at all. It's time to throw it out." Jacket. Do you guys know what a jacket is? You know when you go outside and it's cold out and you put it on? It's kind of like a coat, a chaqueta. Here, I'll show you a picture of a jacket right here. This is a jacket. It's something that you wear when it's cold. It's kind of like a coat. "Grandpa can fix it," Joseph said. Joseph's grandfather took the jacket and turned it around and around. He said, as his scissors went snip, 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 and his needle went in and out and in and out. "There's just enough material here to make," I wonder what he's gonna make, "a wonderful vest." Joseph wore the wonderful vest to school the very next day. But as Joseph grew older, the wonderful vest grew older too. One day his mother said to him, "Joseph, look at your vest. It's spotted with glue and there's paint on it too. It's time to throw it out." You think he should throw out the vest? What do you think Grandpa can do? What can he do with it? Well, Grandpa can fix it, right? So Joseph's grandfather took the vest and turned it around and around. He said as his scissors went snip, 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 and his needle flew in and out and in and out. "There's just enough material here to make a wonderful tie." Joseph wore the wonderful tie to his grandparents' house every Friday. But as Joseph grew older, his wonderful tie grew older too. One day his mother said to him, "Joseph, look at your tie. This big stain of soup makes the end of it droop. It's time to throw it out." Who knows what a stain is? A stain. If somebody's eating soup and he gets some soup on his tie, that's a stain. It's a spot of food, or it's a spot of marker, or it's some kind of a spot on your clothing that doesn't come out. So it's a stain. It is a spot. Let's see if there's a picture here of a stain. No picture here of a stain, but that's okay because I'm explaining it. So if I'm eating some pizza, right, and I drop some pizza sauce on my shirt and I go, oh no, what is that? That's called a stain if you drop some food on your clothes. Okay, so let's see what happens next. Grandpa can fix the tie, right? So he took it and turned it around and around. He said as the scissors went snip, 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 and his needle flew in and out and in and out. There's just enough material here to make a wonderful handkerchief. Does anybody know what a handkerchief is? Okay, I'm going to show you a picture of a handkerchief here. This right here is a handkerchief. It's a little piece of material, a little cloth that you could use to blow your nose. You could use it to wipe your hands. It's just a little tiny piece of material. But Joseph used the handkerchief to keep his pebble collection safe. That's what he did. It's a little tiny piece of cloth. But as Joseph grew older, his wonderful handkerchief grew older too. One day, his mother said to him, Joseph, look at your handkerchief. It's been used till it's all tattered, it's splotched, and it's splattered. It's time to throw it out. Do you think you should throw it out, or should Grandpa try something else? Let's see. Grandpa can fix my handkerchief. So he took it and he put it around and around and around, and Grandpa's gonna try. And his scissors went snip, 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 and his needle went in and out and in and out, and he made a wonderful button. A button. You know, a button for your shirt or your pants or anything like that. Joseph wore the wonderful button on his suspenders. Suspenders, let me show you what suspenders are. Suspenders are, see these straps right here? Those are suspenders. What they do is they hold up your pants. So you clip them to your pants and you clip them from one side all the way to the other side, and it holds up your pants so they don't fall down, kind of like a belt. Okay? So one day, his mom said to him, Joseph, where's your button? What happened to your button, Joseph? And he looked. It was gone. He searched everywhere, but he could not find it. He ran down to his grandfather's house. My button, my wonderful button is lost. His mother ran after him. Joseph, listen to me. The button is gone, finished, kaput. Even your grandfather can't make something from nothing. Joseph's grandfather shook his head sadly. I'm afraid that your mother is right, he said. The next day, Joseph went to school. He said as his pen went scritch, scratch over the paper. There's just enough material here to make a wonderful story about my grandpa and him fixing all of my things. Did you like that story? I hope you liked that story. So what I wanted to ask you, so the name of the story is Something from Nothing. I wonder how you can make something from nothing. How did the grandpa make something from nothing? Well, you can't make something if you have nothing, but if you have a big piece of a jacket or a coat or a vest, you can keep making something out of the material, right? How did the grandpa do that? Do you remember how he did it all the different times? Can you think about how the grandpa kept making something? So if his jacket got ruined, so he cut off the sleeves and he had a vest. And if his vest got ruined, he made it smaller and he made a tie. So the grandpa kept making different things for his grandson, Joseph, that his grandson Joseph can keep using. So he started out with a blanket that was going to keep him nice and warm, a big blanket. And that big blanket turned all the way into a button at the end, remember? You got a little button for his suspenders. Here it is. Because the blanket kept turning into a different piece of material, and the grandpa kept fixing and fixing and fixing it until the material was gone. But that's okay, because he got to use that blanket his whole time through a jacket and a vest and a tie and a handkerchief. I hope you like this story, and you can think about it. If you have something that gets all tattered and ruined, you can make something out of nothing too. So if my shirt gets ruined, maybe I can cut the sleeves off and I can make it into a tank top. And if the tank top gets ruined, maybe I can make it into a little headband, right? If your things get ruined, and you can create new things out of it. I hope you liked that story. I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you.